Today's subscription spot, we are having a look at the Horror Block, the Pop Horror Mystery Box for the month of July 2016. Anxiously, sitting at the edge of their seat, anxiously waiting for Spot to do the look at the Horror Block. Unfortunately, got a little delayed with the whole pending strike of the Postal Service here in Canada. Luckily, there's no strike. There's no strike to speak of, so we can resume Très Résumé where we've left off. And we're going to have a look at the Horror Block for the month of July. Interested in getting one of these boxes delivered to your house every single month? Yes? Go to www.horrorblock.com. If you are also into Facebook, if Facebook is your thing, you can go to facebook.com/horrorblock. Also equally follow them on Twitter and Instagram at horrorblock. Without further ado, as we've waited long enough, I got Old Red here, which I always try to match colors, I think, when it comes to Horror Block. Let's get the knife going, get some cutting action going, and find out what's going to be inside from Horror Block for this month. Been anxiously awaiting Horror Block, one of my favorite horror subscription boxes. Let's see what we got. Where do we start? Well, let's have a look at a t-shirt. T-shirt included for this month is the, well, it's the Psycho House. The Bates home, as you will. Very nice. I love how that looks on the black t-shirt. Just the small little peaks of white popping on that black shirt. Very, very nice. That's almost a shirt I would want to save for Halloween. Maybe I'll do that. I'll save it for Halloween. Also got ourselves a cap. I think this is called a trucker's cap. And I tried to figure out what a trucker's cap is, how it differs from a regular cap. And I think it's just simply a cap that vents in the back. That may or may not be correct. I might just be spinning you a yarn right now. But on the front it says, "Welcome to Camp Crystal Lake." Some images there of Jason. I don't know if you can see it. There's Jason right there. One of the cabins right there. And I love how this has got that shredded look to it. Blood on the underside, Jason lives. And for good measures, there's also a Jason pin on the side. Friday the 13th, Horror Block. Camp Crystal Lake, it says baseball cap. I think it's a trucker's cap, though. That, again, may or may not be correct. We'll just put that right there. We got ourselves a Blu-ray. Yay, Blu-ray. It's a triple feature horror volume 1, Forget Me Not, Some Friendships Never Die, House of Fallen, and Red Hook. I can safely tell you I've not seen any of these. Forget Me Not. In Forget Me Not, Sandy, the popular class president of her high school, must fight for her life after discovering the secret behind her friend's disappearance. Does it give you a year? 2010. House of Fallen, which is dated 2008, follow the Watchers, a group of fallen angels in House of Fallen, as they walk amongst the earth disguised as humans, torturing the vessels they inhabit. And finally, Red Hook, dated 2008, Jenny and her friends decipher cryptic text message clues after joining a Welcome Week scavenger hunt that isn't what it seems. It never is what it seems. It comes to us from Phase 4 Films, www.phase4films.com. We also get inside a Walking Dead build piece. It's a lower prison cell. You can stack them. Oh, you can stack it with the upper cell and I guess build an entire, well, not entire prison, but you can build some of the prison. It's got 96 pieces. Set 14608. That's what it looks like on the back. Oh, look, you could. Presumably, you could add additional cells and just build an entire cell structure. These are cool. The only downside to these, I have to be honest here, is I wish that they were bigger. Gauging just strictly by the size of this figure right here, if they were only simply 3 3/4 inch figures, you could use these for other things. I mean, I guess you could also use them for like little mini figures and stuff like that. But I mean, these would be perfect, especially like the vehicles, would be ideal for G.I. Joe's, other 3 3/4 inch figures. All come to us, these are all come to us from the folks over at McFarlane Toys. So we've got Walking Dead. We also, of course we do, we get our issue of Rue Morgue. I always enjoy reading these. The cover of Rue Morgue for this month, titled Swamp Thing, the monstrous saga of Swamp Thing, the Bog Monster's origins and latest series, plus creature Len Wein, writer Charles Sewell, and artist Kelly Jones. Let's just do a quick peruse through here, as we always do. There's the section on Swamp Thing. I really liked Swamp Thing. The return of Swamp Thing wasn't bad, but I was so disappointed the fact that they didn't use more of the creatures. They had some really cool ones in the cells, Arcane's cells, but they never made use of them. I think there was one that looked like a bumblebee. Just a shame. Some comic appearances. Heads Explode. Joe Begos follows up his low-budget cult hit Almost Human with The Mind's Eye, a splatter-filled ode to Cronenberg's Scanners. I'm also feeling the horror vibe right now. Some new horror movies coming out very soon by the folks over at Shout Factory. I'm looking forward to those. And let's see what else we have in here. We have The Simpsons. It says, I will call more paramedics. I will call more paramedics. Bart Simpson spraying the tombstone. I believe this is a tribute. Is it to Return of the Living Dead? There's the back of it right there. Quite like that. And let's see what else we have in here. We also have a $50 off card for your first 2 boxes at HelloFresh.com. You can claim that in 30 days, but you can use that. That's for you. I'm offering that to you free of charge. Got it? Good. And lastly, we have a couple of advertisements here. Let's look at first the one that was inside this month's box. We had the Psycho House t-shirt and an assorted Blu-ray. Now let's peruse some of the options that were available. Now they had the Amityville Haunting. I would love to have gotten that Amityville Haunting. Also a Walking Dead buildable, a Simpsons Treehouse of Horror art print, and finally a Rue Morgue issue 169. Not to mention, of course, the Friday the 13th baseball hat. Maybe if Jason Voorhees was a little more stylish, people wouldn't scream at the sight of him. At least you won't have that issue when you're rocking this exclusive Friday the 13th baseball cap. As for next month's box, next month's horror block will feature an exclusive item from Supernatural, plus 4 exclusives, also featuring items from Ghostbusters and a $10 shirt punch credit. Again, if you want to subscribe and get horror block delivered to your house every single month, it's as easy as going to this address right here, www.horrorblock.com. Easy peasy. Today we were having a look at the horror block. I believe this was horror block for the month of July. As always, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.